Okay, this is video part 2 of pressure canning of Georgia Collards. It's 1:45 and me and my son here in the kitchen sharing my knowledge with you all. So we have canned the collards, and now we're going to open the pressure cooker and take them out so you can see the end product. When you open this pressure cooker, always turn it away from you so that heat won't come back and burn you. I put it there and I'm going to set this here top here on the stove because see it got steam and water all in there. Okay, and now I'm gonna get this here, the jar lifter, and take these jars out. And like I said, these are 64-ounce jars, so we're gonna have to be very, very careful with them because they're heavy and they're extra hot. Okay, you can see the finished product. This here is what the Georgia Collard look like after it's canned. You can put 4 jars of these here 64-ounce, which is a half a gallon, into my pressure cooker. My pressure cooker is a 22 quart size. And you can get them bigger and you can put more in there, but this is the size that I have. I can put 6 quarts in there and 4 half gallons. So we're taking these out. This is the finished product. They have canned in the pressure canner for 30 minutes. I allowed it to cool by itself because you don't want to try to help it let the steam off, because they finished their canning process while the steam is being released from the canner. The tops are already down. They are concave. They're already pressed down, so that means they're already sealed. I got one more here. And they look good. And they're going to be good. So I'm going to set that over there. Those are my 4 there. I got 2 sitting in the refrigerator, but I'm going to do those tomorrow. Now, I told y'all I was going to show y'all my recipe for how I cook my Georgia Collards for my family. So that's what we're going to do right now. So first, you can come on over here to the refrigerator. I'm going to show y'all what I do. This right here would be what we call down here a ham hock. This is the type of meat. This right here is a lot of hock also. This is the type of meat that I use to actually to season my collards. Some people can use like turkey, smoked turkey or whatever, according to what their preference is. This says a country ham slice, a hock butt. So that is the meat that I use. I used about this size right here. And come on over here. I have the collards. They've been washed. And I can't stress enough that every kitchen needs a pair of shears. Because what I do, instead of having to cut all this with a knife, I can just like cut there. And that helps out a lot. Let me rinse my hands off. Even though I already washed them, I'll rinse my hands off. Okay, so now I've rinsed my hands. I would put the hock in here first. I put the hock in there because it takes the hock longer to cook than it takes the greens. So you need to put your meat in there first and cook it until it's tender. Now how I tell it's tender is I get a fork and I like this piece of meat where I already cooked some. I get a fork and I put it in there and I sort of twist it to the side, and I can tell the tender of the meat. So that's how I tell. So I would say I would just cook it until it's tender, because different meat takes different times. According to the turkey or the pork or whatever you cook it could take a different amount of time. So cook your meat until it's tender. After I cook the meat, I'm not going to put it there, but after I cook the meat, I would drain the excess water from there, add the greens to the pot with the meat. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Add them to the pot, shake out that excess water, and get all of that out of there. And you will notice I cut up a lot of the stem, because that's where most of the nutrients are in the greens. It's in the stem part. So I cut them up real, real fine. And they're very tasty. You know, a lot of people just pull them off, pull the green leaves off of the stem, but I like to put quite a bit of stems in there for the nutrients of it. And I'm going to take this over here and pour this here down the drain, and I'll wash this here at a later time. These here have already been washed. Then we'll come over here, and these are the seasoning that I would add. Let me get my, I use a lot of accent. Like I said on another video, accent is very expensive in those little containers. It costs about $4, but you can go to Walmart and get this one for less than 10. So I always get the big one. I like to buy 2. Accent gives that extra, what I call extra punch. And then I also like this here. This is a great seasoning. It's a Mexican-like seasoning. And I like that. So you season to your preference. Some people might have to get no salt because they can't have salt because of, a health problem like high blood pressure or things like that. So I add a little salt. Put about that much. Because you can always add, but you can't take away. So make sure you don't add too much. And these here cayenne peppers that have been dried, that came from my garden. I always keep some of those to add to my food. With these amount of collards, which is this amount, I would add just 1 part so it wouldn't be too hot. For my family members, it can't get too hot for me, but I add just that. And some people don't, but I always like to add about a small amount of sugar just to offset that salt there. Not to make it sweet, but to offset that salt. Some people can't add it because of, like I said, diabetes or whatever. But they can add like a honey or a sweetener substitute. So whatever you like. Okay, after I do that, I always like to add warm water, not cold water, to my food. When I'm cooking, if I add water to my food, I always add warm water. I don't want to add cold water because that would reduce the temperature of the pot and the ball will go down. So I always add hot water to my pot. So I put just enough water to cover the greens. That right there wasn't quite enough. And remember, you don't add those greens until that meat is tender. Then you add them. And then after you add them, which I would add about maybe a little more, you see. And the meat will be down under there, which will be tender now. And I'll put the greens on top of the meat. And I would add the pepper. I would add the seasoning and all the pepper. And then I take me a fork and I make sure I mix this here up good so those seasoning can be incorporated into those greens and the meat and everything. And then after I do that, I'll take my lid, put it on my pot, and I'll take it over here and sit it on my stove. When I turn the stove on, I make sure I don't want the flame too high because I want this pot to simmer. No slow cook. I don't want it to rush. This right here could simmer like a long time, like for a couple of hours if you want to. But I like to simmer. I'm not in a rush because it's a slow cooking process and make it taste better. So I'll just let that simmer. And you can come over here. I already cooked some so you can see what the end product look like. Because I be wanting you to see. Let me get a fork. Come over. This right here would be the end product of the collards. The collards will be like that. And let's see. We would have the collards like that. And we would get a piece of, like, I like the little fat piece there too. And I like a piece of lean. But we would get that. And have some cornbread. Have some cornbread or sliced tomato. And corn on the cob or whatever you like to go along with this right here. I like devil eggs. I like a potato salad and all that. But this right here is what the end product will look like. And it's real good. I also like to have some okra there. That right there is real good. Let's see the meat. Y'all done made me want to go down in here Give me some cornbread and act like, that's delicious. Those right there, my recipe for Georgia Collards. These are delicious. I need some cornbread and crumble that cornbread up in there, and get the meat, put some onion in there, and oh my goodness, you can eat a good meal. So I hope y'all enjoyed me showing y'all the process of canning the Georgia Collards. That's still hot. My recipe for how I cook the Georgia Collards for my family. How I cook the Georgia. This right here is how it looks. See, I put a little okra in there too. The okra, some people don't like okra. Okra, no, they say it give it a slimy like consistency, but it makes it better for me. So I put a little okra in there too, and that's what we got there. And like I said, I just cooked that little small amount there so you all could see what the end product would look like. Now, if you tear all the leaves off, you wouldn't have as many stems in there. But like I said, I like the stem because of the nutrients. So yours might look different than mine. But if you put the seasoning in there that I put in there, it will taste the same. If you put the turkey in there, it will be taste the same. The smoked turkey, whatever part you put in there, it will just be delicious. So I shared that with you all. My recipe for cooking Georgia Collards for my family. The canning of the Georgia Collards from start to finish. And like I said, this is what they look like. And I got 2 more jars to cook in the canner in the morning. And after that, I put them on the shelf over there with my other canning products. So I hope you all have enjoyed what I brought to you, what I shared with you this evening. And I hope somebody got some type of knowledge from it. If you have questions, ask below the video. I will make sure I get back and answer your questions. And like always, I would like you all to like my channel, which is the Garden Lady 1955. Like it, share it, make sure you share it, because I want to share it. That really get me where I'm trying to get as many subscribers as I can get, because I need at least 1,000 subscribers so I can go live on Facebook, so I can start back doing the live videos like where I can talk with y'all. I can't do the live videos now because I don't have like 736 subscribers. So share it, and y'all just tell people about it. Y'all give me some subscribers. Do that for me. This is the Garden Lady bringing you knowledge of what I got. I'm giving it to you. So y'all have a good night. Be blessed and keep digging in the dirt.